and Viper here, bringing you another disgusting repaint. A G.I. Joe classified Crimson Battle Android Trooper. Let's open him up and check him out.
First, we're going to look at the back of the box, and it shows you everything that is included with the Crimson Bat. You have the 3 different hand attachments. You also have the battle damaged head. You have a battle damaged chest plate and a regular chest plate to go on the figure. Plus, you have the backpack. Let us see what's inside. I am not keeping this packaging. So don't really care a whole lot about it. You have the footlocker, the gearbox, all the stuff inside. This one, they're not taped. I thought these were typically taped. But that's trash. And this is trash as well. Dump that out there. Go ahead and get a nice close look. Oh, need the light on. Anyway, here's a nice close-up look at the battle-damaged head. I actually like that quite a bit. This color is really nice, too. Dig that color for sure. That's interesting. So the chest plate is actually the same crimson red color with black paint on it. Here is the battle-damaged chest plate. Can't really see the serial number across there. That's also something that's pretty interesting, is the fact that they're printing a barcode and a serial number on the chest plate. These figures are supposed to be contract bats for Crimson Guard accompaniment, for the Crimson Twins. Here you have the flamethrower attachment in black. I'm assuming this is a gun. This is a laser blaster thing. I don't really know what this attachment is. I've never known. I always assumed it was some sort of directed energy weapon. And then you have the claw in black as well. Here is the regular chest plate. See if we can get a focus. You get the model number 00003. Year 2022. And then you have the barcode at the bottom. I don't know if that barcode would scan or not. It'd be pretty interesting to find out. We may take a look at that. And then, of course, you have the blaster. I don't recall if they used a Nerf blaster or if this was supposed to be like reminiscent of a Walther or an H&K. Then you have the backpack with 1 red paint app on the backpack. Don't really think these figures need a whole lot of paint apps. So you have the paper ties here on the holding the figure in. Let's go ahead and cut those. We might cut those. Let's get them out of there. Of course, the Cobra background. Now let's take a look at the paint apps on the figure. The joints on this one actually seem to be fairly loose, more so than what they were on the original Battle Android Troopers. The head is not overly tight and should pop off there pretty easy. I like that battle damaged look to these. Let's see if we can get the neck straightened out here. Basic paint apps in the chest app. Silver. You have a 2-tone red. This darker color here accenting the crimson. Let's see if we can push that down just a little bit. There we go. It was actually pushing the hip piece down, that little drop joint. We've got a little bit of a gap here on the arm. And both of them move freely. So no issues. I don't really think that's a major problem. But if you recall, the Recondo video, there was a gap in that one as well. That arm actually fits kind of loose on there. It's I don't think it's going to be an issue. I don't think it's going to come off. But I do prefer that to be a little bit loose. so that it's not binding up. And you do have the same construction with all of the joints and everything else as the other original and the Python Patrol Battle Android Trooper. The joints are a little easier to manipulate here. That leg's actually kind of loose. You can see that. Color differentiation in the knee joint. That's also something else that we've been seeing a whole lot of lately, is a color differentiation in the joint pieces. So that usually indicates that they've used a different type of plastic in these. It's showing up really well on camera. It doesn't show up as well in hand, just in natural light. But you can definitely tell that the joint is a different type of plastic, or at least a different color of plastic. It really bothered me a lot with Recondo and with Bazooka. But on the Battle Android Trooper, it doesn't seem to be such a problem here. The calf rotators, nice and tight. The ankles are loose enough to move without having to heat them up, so there's no concern of these breaking or anything like that. Let's get this head popped off here, and yeah, it came off nice and easy. Check that out. You also have a red plastic for the little neck barbell thing here in the neck joint. Let's see if that head pops on there easily. I don't think it's going to. The battle damaged head is definitely going to have to be heated up in order to get it to pop on here. This head, the non-battle damaged head, goes on nice and easy, comes off easy. It's not so loose that you can't pose it or anything, but it is definitely a lot looser joint than what I'm used to with the heads. I would have to heat this up in hot water. So a trip to the microwave might be necessary for that. Overall, I like the Crimson Bat. I think that it's actually a really nice looking figure. And let's grab a Crimson Guard and see how it compares to that figure. Let's go ahead and get him stood up here. Okay. So the ab crunch moved. I thought something snapped, but it was just the ab crunch. Color comparison between the Crimson Guard and the Crimson Bat, they match up really, really well. The black, silver, and red color schemes on both of these figures go well together, and you can see the same gray is used on the boots as is used on the little rope piece here and the shoulder pauldrons. Same with the Battle Android Trooper. I will say that with the Battle Android Trooper, normally if a mold gets used a whole lot, the figure assembly will start to become more loose, and I think that's what's going on with the Crimson Bat. They've used this mold for the classic color scheme Battle Android Trooper, the Python Patrol Battle Android Trooper, and now the Crimson Battle Android Trooper. So they're getting a lot of use out of this mold, and they'll probably continue to use it even more when they start making other bats, and which I'm sure that they will make. And I'm perfectly fine with getting multiple color schemes of Battle Android Troopers. Same thing with the Crimson Guards. Yeah, couldn't think of the name, couldn't get it out there for a second. A Crimson Shadow Guard would be pretty cool, all in black with gold trim. You can also dye these figures with RIT Dye More. Same thing with the Battle Android Trooper. I'm assuming you could probably dye this guy black with RIT Dye More. It's made for synthetic materials. But one other thing that I want to point out here real quick, the knee joints also have that same color differentiation on the Battle Android Trooper as the Crimson Guard, denoting there is a difference in the material used for these joints. I think the joints are probably a harder material. One of the things that we've been seeing with Marvel Legends is that the joints are very gummy, and we're not seeing that in G.I. Joe, and that's a good thing. We don't want gummy joints that are going to cause warping and cause everything to fit together wonky. You need to have that bicep articulation here with the Crimson Guard. Pretty sure that I've already made a video on the Crimson Guard, but here he is. I just tore one out of the package to do the color comparison. Something else that I just found, the hand attachments go onto the backpack a whole lot easier than what they did with the original, or even with the Python Patrol. They're a lot easier to get in and out of the sockets here. So, let me show you. Goes in nice and easy. Same here. They were so tight on the originals, I was actually afraid that they might kind of break or something as I was putting them in and taking them out. The chest plate is still a nice tight fit. It's not going to just fall off there. That's one thing that I was a little bit concerned about, considering the more loose joints and the sockets here in the backpack. But this is still a nice tight fit, and I don't think you're going to have any issues with that at all. Here's how my Battle Android Trooper will be displayed in this clamshell case. I actually sell these on eBay. I need to restock. I only have a few left. So he's going to go hang on the wall here very shortly. And I just want to say that I am very much looking forward to more repaints. Yes, I like some of the repaints. Repaints of the Battle Android Trooper. Give us all the bats. Every type of sub-team you can think of for Cobra. Give us all the bats, Hasbro. We want them. Or at least, yeah, well, I do, and so do a lot of other people that I know. But, you know who doesn't want the bats? You know who doesn't want the repaints? The Island Viper. The Island Viper in the world of toys. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, like, share, comment, and let me know what you think. Anyway, see you all soon. Cobra!